I don't see these very often. This thing's got a wing keel on it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We're actually sitting in a 260 right now, and I apologize for all the noise in the background because we're sitting in the middle of the yard. So we got travel lifts and forklifts, everything else floating around here the whole time, and I can hear the air compressor right now. But we're not here to talk about that. We're actually here to update you on the Intrepid 475 from a couple videos ago. And then I have a question for you, so let's get started. So I've been in contact with the customer with the 475, and he actually had somebody take the motor apart to make sure what happened and if he needed to buy a block, because that pulley on the top broke for the timing belt, which could be catastrophic because the valves could hit the pistons. So he had it taken apart, and I got some pictures, and I'll explain what happened, and he got lucky. Everything is actually okay. He just has a few repairs to do on the heads, but he sent me a couple pictures, so I'll show you.
Alright, I'm going to try to show you this the best I can. If you look here, this is our block. That is what that cylinder had removed. You can kind of see some of the pistons here. So typically what would happen is, if that thing was spinning and it broke the timing gear, right here is your valves. Some of these could be open and contact our pistons here. So this thing was running when that gear broke, I'm sure, and it probably was just idling, luckily. And it only caught those two valves right there. Those are the only ones that got bent. Every other one was just fine. And the pistons don't even have any marks on them. So it's just a very light tapping, just enough to get the valves to bend. So he got lucky. This isn't too bad of a fix, and this motor should be up and running and fine not too long, as long as he can get all the parts. Yeah, there's one of the timing gears right there. Underneath it here you'll have the pulley that broke. Obviously the flywheels are removed, all that, and that's the other head that's got to come off. He took it all apart. Obviously he's got both heads off and everything, as you can see back at the shop here. But yeah, super lucky. Just two valves. Clean this up, some head gaskets, get your new pulleys, timing belts, make sure everything else is good, and you're ready to go.
So that's super good news because he didn't have a catastrophic failure like I posted in my last video. I actually changed the name of that after I talked to him because it wasn't catastrophic. He just got a couple valve bends and he'll be able to get fixed and be back on the water. So very good news for him. But now I just have a question for you. So I've seen a lot of different names on boats before. I've had a lot of funny ones, a lot of favorites. There's a couple that I always remember for some reason, so I want you to tell me what's your favorite name, or what's the name of your boat, or what would you name a new boat that you got. But I'll give you an example here. One of my favorites ever was Going Deep, and then he bought another boat and he put Going Deep 2. And another one that I always remember was a guy owned a furniture store, and he actually had, it was Sofa King basically on the back, and then he put Fast, so it's Sofa King Fast. That's pretty clever. Anyway, in the comments below, let me know what you name your boat, or what you're gonna name your boat, or what your boat name is already. And right now I'll show you some examples of what I've captured around the yard here. Never say never. Wasabi. Duke. Chillin'. The Kraken. Miss Molly. Barefootin'. Go Farther. God's Gift. Beautiful Loser. Seclusion. Dream Afloat. Self-Made. Off Call. Anchoring Geocean. Blues Traveler. Had To. My Way. Fat Bottom Girl. Perfection. Family Jewels. Reeling Freedom. Some of those names are pretty funny. The boat I'm actually sitting on right now is the Kid's Inheritance. That's a pretty funny name. Clever, actually. Anyway, write below what you think, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Later. Trying to film over here. Always so noisy.